It's simple, it's refreshing, and it's very tasty. Let me show you how to make a springtime lemonade. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Matt, I'm the Whiskey Nerd, and like I said, today I'm making a nice kind of springtime lemonade. I'm not really sure what to call this cocktail because I just wanted something light. When I was looking for a kind of a drink to make, I looked at the ingredients I had and I wanted something that was a little bit light. It's starting to get warmer here in Ireland and I wanted something that was a bit fruity, a bit soft, still with a bit of booze in it, but not super strong. So I just said I'd put together something with a bit of apple juice and some other ingredients, and actually came out really well. That's why I'm sharing it today, but I'm not really sure what to call it. If you've got any ideas, let me know down below. What do you think I should call this cocktail? But for now, I'm just gonna call it like a springtime apple lemonade. But if you've got any better ideas, let me know down below. For the ingredients for this cocktail, I'm using some Irish whiskey. This is the Uais whiskey from the Uais distillery. I reviewed it a little while back. I'll put a link to that review up there and down below, but it's a nice, solid, sweet whiskey with a good base of flavor. Comes in at 43% ABV, so it's more than that standard kind of floor at 40%. It's made with grain whiskey, malt whiskey, and pot still whiskey, so it's got a nice bit of sweetness, but also a bit of flavor, and just carries through nicely into cocktails when you want whiskey flavor, but you don't want to have like a really whiskey forward cocktail. For the other ingredients, I'm going to be using some apple juice, some cloudy unsweetened apple juice. Always for me, unsweetened apple juice is where it's at because you get this nice natural flavor as opposed to like this really almost like artificial flavor. There's a little bit of lemon juice and a little bit of sugar syrup just to keep things balanced and kind of cut through some of the sweetness. And I've also got this here. This is the smoked pear bitters from Barra Bitters. You don't have to use these if you can't get them, but they're very nice. They add a nice kind of like a smoked pear flavor. So with the apple, it really does work well and gives us this really nice kind of like orchard fruits vibe without like overpowering, without dominating the cocktail. Like I said, you could go in with just one dash of maybe Angostura bitters if you can't get this, or just omit the bitters completely. But for me, it just adds a nice little extra bit of flavor. So that's enough talking about the cocktail. I think it's time we make it. It is going to be a shake and drink. So we're going to get a shaker tin and we're going to pop a nice rock of ice into there before we measure out our ingredients. Going to start off with our Irish whiskey. You can use whatever Irish whiskey you can find, but me, I do quite like this one right here. And like I said, if you want to check out the review of it, there'll be that link down below and there'll be that link up there. That there was 45ml or an ounce and a half of our Uais whiskey into there. Just again, not being super boozy, but giving it a nice kind of base of kind of alcohol to give us a nice rounded out flavor. Next up, a little bit of sugar syrup, only 5ml, just a little bar spoon, because when I was playing around with the ingredients here, I felt that I do want to add more kind of that apple juice and to get extra sweetness. So just a little bit of sugar syrup goes a long way in rounding out the cocktail. Speaking of the apple juice, we're going to get our unsweetened cloudy apple juice and we're going to go in with 60ml, 2 ounces of our apple juice. Like I said, this is going to be on the like lighter side, nice, easy to enjoy, still quite fruity and quite flavorful. Then it's going to be our lemon juice. Going to go in with, again, freshly squeezed lemon juice, not artificially sweetened. Going to go in with 15ml of the lemon juice just to help cut through some of those kind of all that extra sweetness and just give us a nice kind of lemonade-y vibe. And lastly, our smoked pear bitters from Barra Bitters. Again, like I said, if you can't get these, Angostura bitters might work, but if you can, it's got this really nice flavor. Only one dash in there because it's actually got a really nice strong flavor and you don't really want to overpower it. The idea of this cocktail is light, it's simple to enjoy, and simple to make. So now I'm going to shake it down for about 30 seconds. Okay, I can feel from the outside of the shaker tin that it is nicely chilled now. So we're going ready to strain it out into a nice glass that's been filled with ice. So it's going to give us a nice kind of long cocktail vibe. Just simple, pour it out into there. Ooh, yes, just like that. And for a garnish, I'm not actually going to go in with a slice of lemon. I'm actually going to go in with a little slice of lime and a little sprig of mint just in there, just on top. And that's going to give us a nice extra little bit of zing without overpowering, because we wouldn't want to use full-on lime juice, but a little bit of lime up there gives us a nice extra bit of punch to the cocktail. So that right there is my take on a nice springtime lemonade. Now real quick before I taste this cocktail, if you're new here, scroll down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I put out whiskey reviews like the review of the Uais whiskey every Wednesday, and I put out cocktail recipes featuring whiskey like this every Friday. So if you want to see those, make sure you're subscribed. But right now, let's taste this cocktail. Oh, that's lovely. It's so light, like when you go to drink it, you get a little bit of mint, a little bit of extra freshness. You get the little zing of a lime because you're kind of drinking the cocktail almost through the lime. And you get the lemon juice cutting through as well. You get the apple juice, a little bit of that smoked pear bitters, and underneath it all, you got that nice kind of caramel sweetness of that whiskey coming through the cocktail. And the apple juice as well is a really great kind of base for the cocktail because it gives you this natural sweetness which doesn't need a huge amount of sugar syrup, but again, a little 5 ml just for me helped round it out nicely and just keep everything in check. Really nice, simple cocktail. Like I said, I don't really have a proper name for it, so if you've got a good name for it or a good idea for a name, let me know in the comments below. But right now, I'm definitely going to keep on enjoying it, and I'll see you next time. Slán.